You're now listening to Relationship War Stories, and I'm your host, just some guy named Jay. And this is a new podcast on this station, and basically what this podcast is about giving relationship advice. Now, I know you're saying to yourself, who am I? I'm no expert, I'm no Dr. Phil, I'm no Dr. Laura, I'm no Dear Abby, I'm none of that crap. What I am, though, I'm just an a-hole with a podcast and a second opinion. And relationship topics are always hot button issues to draw more ratings. So I say, hey, why don't I throw my hat in the ring and start doing this too? So basically, if you have any things you want to say about your own relationships, have any questions or any things you want to be on the show, definitely email us at podcastondemand@yahoo.com, and you could be a guest or we can answer your questions. And like I said, I'm no expert. I'm just a guy to give a second opinion. Just basically use this forum as a sounding board to get whatever's going on and just get it off your chest. I also want to give a little warning too. Now a lot of these relationship podcasts and a lot of these relationship advice columns and things, they have a bunch of they say a bunch of airy, fairy, feel-good stuff like, it's about the caring and sharing and people being there for you and all that stuff like that. Well, you know what? I don't get into that. Basically, I'm just going to say things that I think is real, give you the real deal. None of these feel-good slogans, none of these things like that. I'm going to just give my brutally honest opinion about things. But that's basically the type of things we're doing on this podcast. And if you want to be a guest and want to talk about your relationships, or basically want to have your questions answered on this show, like I said, reach out to us at podcastondemand@yahoo.com, and we'll definitely get to you. And again, I'm just some guy named Jay, and this is Relationship War Stories. You're listening to Relationship War Stories. I'm your host, just some guy named Jay. And what we're going to talk about in this one is Mono Baggins has a song. And the song is called You Drive Me Crazy. And it's a really hot song. It's something for the dance floor, real fun, fast-paced dance track. And the topic of the actual song is Mono Baggins, in his own words, says that it deals with being in bad relationships and things that couples do to get under each other's skin, things like that, where you just want to drive each other crazy. Like, oh man, you drive me crazy. You drive me crazy. He even says that in the hook of the song. Every time you come around, girl, you just want to drive me crazy. Well, of course I can't do it like them. But Mono Baggins, he says that that's basically the theme of that record. And basically, I'm going to put the song in the information box below. Y'all check it out. And I want to get some feedback from you all. Not really talking about the song itself, but, you ever been in a relationship where the other person just drives you crazy? And you're just getting under each other's skin, and then, oh man, every time they come around, they just drive you crazy. Definitely hit us up at podcastondemand@yahoo.com and talk about it, and we can talk about it on the show. Let's get some topics going. So this is the one of the first topics I want to bring up on this podcast is just being with somebody and they just driving you crazy. All right, definitely check out the song. Again, it's called "You Drive Me Crazy." It's from Mono Baggins, and I'm just some guy named Jay, and again, hit us up. listening to Relationship War Stories, and I'm your host, just some guy named Jay. And in this installment of Relationship War Stories, what I want to talk about is strip clubs. I was thinking, what are you going to talk about strip clubs for on Relationship War Stories? Well, I just want to get your opinion on something, you know? And feel free to post your comments down there below, and we'll get a discussion going. And if the ball gets rolling on this discussion, then I'll make another video or a video response to somebody that makes a video response to this about about this particular thing. Now, I wanted to ask, and this is not something I'm going through or anything like that, but this is just something that just came up, just something popped into my head. You think that if you're in a relationship, right, or married or anything, or serious, non-serious, whatever, you're dating somebody exclusively, should you leave the strip clubs alone? I'm saying the strip clubs, just going to a strip club, is that considered cheating? Or, are you breaking away from the relationship just by going to a strip club? And I want to get your thoughts on that. Do you think, no, if you're in a relationship, you shouldn't be doing anything like that. You shouldn't be going to a strip club. Or if you're a woman, you shouldn't be going to these Channing Tatum guys, Chippendale dancers and stuff. Let me ask you, do you think you should or shouldn't? Is it okay? Is it not okay? Because I'm going to give my opinion on it right now. I'm kind of actually on the fence with this. Because I want to say, not really. I think of it, even though it's, it's for sexual kind of reasons that you go to a strip club. Now, it's not because you love dancing so much. It's not like it's the ballet or anything. It's not that you love dancing so much. You just like to see women, take the clothes off, and same thing with the men or whatever. You like to see naked bodies and breast in your face dancing and all the stuff like that. That's the the real reason. I wouldn't say that, even though with that being said, it's still not a thing to me. I don't think that's a thing that I still don't think that's kind of cheating. I think cheating if you because a lot of those strippers also double as prostitutes too. So I say if you say, well, I pay a little extra, we do something in the back. You just cheated. But just to see a woman, take her stuff off, you pay for a lap dance or whatever like that. I think I think it's okay. Now, see, I'm not much of a strip club guy myself. To be honest with you, I'm not. I'm not a strip club guy. Not because of any kind of, I'm some kind of straight edge, straight arrow kind of guy. Ain't nothing like that. I've been to strip clubs, but my thing is this: if I'm gonna, if I'm gonna be spending that kind of money, or if I'm gonna be spending money on a woman like that, it's not going to be for a tease, because I think that strip club is kind of a tease. Some woman taking clothes off and you don't get to have sex with her, you just get to look at her. I can go to a magazine or look at a porno flick, for free. Well, no, you got to pay for those things to get it. But I can keep rewatching it if I want to see some hot naked bodies. You can go on the internet and check out some hot naked bodies. But going to the strip club, and throwing some, putting some dollars down somebody's G-string and stuff, just to, get them to, take, put on a little show for you. If I'm spending money, we got to be doing something. Like, we got to, because I hear about guys spending hundreds of dollars up in the strip club just for lap dances and things like that. And no, not with me. If we're doing, if I'm spending hundreds of dollars, I've banged every woman in the strip club. That's just me, though. Not saying that. Okay, I'm not going to get into any of these type of things with me, but I just want to get your opinion, though. Is that a no-no? If you're in a relationship, no, you can't go to the strip club. Or you think, well, yeah, it's fine. You can't go to the strip club. What is your opinion? What is your opinion? Feel free to post your comments below. And another thing I'd like to add to that strip club thing, if you're a guy or a woman who's been going to the strip club before you met the person that you're with, and then the person you're with saying, okay, now that you're with me, you got to stop going to the strip club. But that's something that's part of your tradition. That's something that you love to do. You love to just, okay, on every last Saturday or even on off night, every last Wednesday of the month, I got to go to the strip club because that's what I do. I think you should continue doing that, because I hate these relationships where I hear about these guys like, oh, I used to love to do this, but then I'm with my wife now and she says I can't do it. And it doesn't even have to have anything to do with like cheating or other women. Things like, what I used to love to watch. I'm just using this as a quick on the fly example. I used to love to watch Saturday Night Live, on Saturdays. But then I got married and she said we couldn't do that anymore. And I'm like, oh my God, no, I wouldn't do that kind of compromising, because if you got to compromise that much, you're with the wrong person. I'm sorry. So I believe that some of your old habits, as long as it's not anything that's just, there's something that's just like cheating or something that's abusing your partner or anything like that. I think a lot of those old habits you had as a single person should be grandfathered into the relationship, because that's why so many people, I guess, are so hesitant to get into these serious relationships, because they have to stop doing the things that some of the things that they enjoy and love doing, and when they get into a relationship, it's like, okay, well, now you have to stop that. You gotta grow up now. You gotta quit that. And and I'm not, and a lot of guys, and even a lot of women too, are not with that. Like, okay, no, this is me. This is what I like doing. But enough about the rambling. Let me ramble on some more. There's something else I want to say too. Mr. Boom Boom Bang has a single. It was released a couple months ago, but it's still hot today. It's called Freaky Noise. And basically they're saying this is the strip club anthem of 2013. and it definitely is. It's not on his current release though. It's not on the on his mixtape, the Rebuild. But it's a single that was released before the mixtape and before the lead single to the mixtape. So you definitely check out Freaky Noise. It's definitely a strip club anthem, and in the DJs and the bloggers are saying that it is a strip club anthem of 2013. I'm gonna put the link in the information box below, so you can check that out yourself. And but yeah, that's all I'd like to say. I just want to know, get your opinion. Strip clubs, if you're in a relationship, are they in or are they out? All right. That's all I like to say. I'm just some guy named Jay, and you've been listening to Relationship War Stories. now listening to Relationship War Stories, and I'm your host, just some guy named Jay. And in this installment of Relationship War Stories, what we're going to talk about is domestic violence. Abuse, spousal abuse, and and just being in abusive relationships. And what inspired me to do this particular podcast is the song Better Day from Ike Ellis. Ike Ellis is a North Carolina-based rapper who has a single and a music video to the single, Better Day. And I'm going to put the link in the information box below so you all could hear that. And basically what the song is about is, primarily women who are in abusive relationships, kind of, telling them to keep their heads up and just saying some, words of encouragement and, things like that. And plus it's a little acting scene in the beginning of the video where you see that, the woman burns the toast or something like that, and then he comes in there and attacks her just for that. You can check out the video and definitely post your thoughts in the comments, the comment box below. But what I'm going to say about, this topic, and again, it's not right to hit. I'm going to say it's not right to hit anyone. I'm not going to say, you shouldn't hit women. But men, okay, you can smash them. No, I'm not going to say that. The violence of any kind, whether it be against your partner or, unless you're going to war with another country or something like that, then I guess that'd be okay. But just I'm against violence as a whole, not any gender-specific violence where a certain gender is the victim. But I'm kind of getting a little deeper into what I'm about to say, and I know it may I'm not gonna say it's not gonna offend anyone, but I'm gonna take a kind of a non-conventional kind of approach to this topic. First, I want to say, and this has probably been said to death, and I strongly agree, stand behind the statement that I'm about to say. I believe that these women, and men too, who are in these abusive relationships, and I'm not blaming the victim or anything like that. I kind of believe that, and they do need help. And disagree with me if you want. I believe these people are just as sick as the people who are abusing them. Now, before you say, "Oh no, that's not right," you're blaming the victim and it isn't like that. Okay, listen here. How many times do you need to get hit by somebody that says they love you? If you're staying in a relationship where your partner is abusive, you need help too, because I'm not saying that in a looking down upon you kind of way, but I strongly think they need therapy or something like that too, because it's 2013. Women there's so many options and so many things, so many facilities that women that can go to. There's so many people that they can go to if they're stuck in. I don't believe that you can actually get stuck in this relationship. What is good about being, in a relationship, living with someone that could eventually take your life? Something in you should say, hey, this isn't right, or this isn't love. If you're still, we can sit there and say, oh, well, it's wrong for the man to do this and that, or it's wrong for the abuser to do this and that. Yeah, that's been said to death. But these people that are with these people, I'm starting to think that this might be something that some of these people want. Because how are you going to be that needs to be your primary main objective if you're in an abusive relationship, is to get out of it. And the reason, I'm not trying to say I don't feel sorry for people in abusive relationships. I do feel, I'm like, oh my God, that's sad. But at the same time, I know there's relationships out there, or marriages, that people get divorced or break up with people for lesser things. So you're going to be with somebody that's beating the crap out of you. But, I'm going to get a divorce because this guy lost his job. Or, you know what, I'm going to break up with this guy because he comes late to the dates. Or he takes me out on cheap dates, so I'm breaking up with him. But, you know what, if I'm getting my butt kicked, you know, every day, you know what, I'm going to stay. No. Something's sick about that. You know? Do you agree or disagree? Definitely post your, comments in the comment box below. You know, and another thing too, I want to kind of dispel some of these myths. I think some of these, about abusive relationships, every time we see something about that or see a commercial or even, Ike Ellis' video, which is a great song, by the way, and I'm glad he did make it. It's nothing against him or the song, because, topics like this do need to be addressed. But, it's always these things where they put this, it's kind of like it's propaganda, where the woman is some kind of innocent Mary Poppins, and then she accidentally burns the toast, and then some big brute comes in there and gives her a black eye just for that. I mean, come on. I'm not trying to say that everything has a cause and an effect. I'm not blaming the victim, but I honestly think that, I do believe that these men are sick, but also too, I don't think that these men who do abuse their wives, or women who throw pots and pans at their husbands, I don't think they're just sitting there twiddling their thumbs and going, you know what, I'm bored, I'm going to smack this woman around. I don't think that's how it goes. Sometimes I think to myself, what did this woman do to get this guy that mad? Or what did this man do to get to where this person wants to kill? What are they doing? I mean, because also too, I also believe that even if the man is, even if he's not an abusive person, but he is, beating on his wife or beating on his girlfriend, you know what? If anybody makes me that mad, if I'm in a relationship where a woman is provoking me to a point where I need to put my hands on her, I need to leave her too. It's like you both need to leave. If you're getting beat up on by somebody that says they love you, or somebody that says they love you makes you so angry to where you just want to give them a black eye, it's time for you both to leave. I'm sorry. There's not enough compromising. I also believe that with friendships too. If you have a friend, a same-sex friend that you're just cool with, and you guys are getting in fist fights like every day. I mean, I know we know the expression, oh well, boys will be boys and all that stuff like that. But we're grown men. I mean, actually, if you're little kids and you guys are kind of tussling in the grass or whatever every now and then, or playing football, or playing around. But two grown men smacking each other around, you guys need to quit. You guys need to separate, go to court, and quit hanging out. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see the whole thing. You may agree, you may disagree. But hear me out on this. I'm saying because it's just so much of this, and I really believe that that everybody needs therapy around the globe. You know what I'm saying? Not just because I'm so sick of these hearing about things like this to where I was in a 20-year relationship and the man used to beat me up every day. Come on. What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? And another thing I'd like to say is too, some of these things just don't sound right. Like you were the one. Okay, now if a woman was in one abusive relationship and she got out of it, and the rest of her relationships were, they broke up over creative differences, as I like to call them. One person wants to go in the other direction with the relationship, the other person wants to go in the other direction with the relationship, and you break up, or people grow apart, or, the typical things that people break up over. I totally understand that, but if a woman has been in one abusive relationship, and she hasn't been in one since, then I go, okay, shame on that guy. But if you hear all these women and they just been in an abusive relationship after abusive relationship, one guy used to hit her, and then the next boyfriend used to hit her, and then she was in 5 abusive relationships back to back, and now she's married to a guy that beats on her. It's kind of like, okay, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? What, are you doing something that's making these guys do this, or are you just or you just seeking out guys who or you're not going to, you know what, you're the kind of person that you're not even going to be in a relationship with a guy unless he's smacking you around. You know what I mean? Because there are some women that are like that. I know you've heard about it. These women who every relationship they've been in have been abusive. It makes me think, what's wrong with you? You picked them. You're the one picking these guys. You know. And then, you know, I know there's going to be some feminists or somebody on here that's going to post and say, oh, that's just in the man's... No, come on. Come on now. According to some of these feminists, we're all abusive. Or we're all, you know, which one of... You know. So no, that is not true. That's totally not true. And there's empirical evidence that says that's not the case. So you guys need to come better than that if that's what you're going to post. But yeah, it's just a topic that it's just a recurring thing, and I believe that there's no way to really, you know, just like stop it, you know, because I believe that there's still going to be wars and still going to be you know, violence and bad people in the world, you know, for years to come. You know, it's not like we can just put a stop to the thing. But I do want to put out this video and maybe touch somebody that may know someone that's in an abusive relationship, or maybe in one themselves, and go and actually do some you know, some analytical thinking about themselves, because you know, it takes two to tango and it takes two to get to a fight. Well, it is more than two. You can't have a fight by yourself. So if you're just sticking around for this kind of stuff, what's going on here? You know, and I do believe that the victims, you know, other than just the typical rehabilitation, other than just putting them in a facility and just giving them some nice clothes to wear or something like that, and we need to do more than that. You know, we need to do more than just doing a bunch of finger pointing and blaming after the person does get out of the abusive relationship. I think there needs to be some kind of you know, somebody needs to evaluate these people. They need some kind of some kind of psychiatric evaluation, because I do strongly believe that, you know, these people who continuously get in abusive relationships or been in long-lasting abusive relationships, they're just as wrong as the person that's smacking them around. You know? Well, that's my little rant. That's what I want to say about that. If you agree or if you disagree, feel free to post. And like I said, I don't want to get into a big argument. It's just, you know, thumbs up, thumbs down. You know, post your comment. And if you feel that I'm wrong, you know, find a nice way to say it. You know, I don't want any of this. You know, I'm not trying to spark an angry debate here. But you know, if you can articulate your point and you know, really, you know, convey your message, get it across without you know, trying to mudsling, then by all means let's have the debate, and I'll even post up another video, or, you know, a response to this one or a follow up to this one too, you know, based on the users' comments. So definitely, again, post your comments, and also too, go in the information box and listen to the Ike Ellis song "Better Day." And definitely check it out. Listen to what he's saying. And by the way, that is a great song. You know, there's nothing to get. You know, even though I'm saying what I'm saying, that is a good song, and it is a good. You know, I think people should definitely take a listen to it. And it's going to be on his forthcoming album, Cornbread, too, by the way. And if you like other songs by Ike Ellis too, I'm going to put the links in the information box, and I'm also going to put the link, the iTunes link, to his latest project, Please Rewind. It's great. You should definitely check it out. Well, that's all I'd like to say for this edition of Relationship War Stories. Also, too, if you want to send me something directly, you know, you also email me at podcastsondemand@yahoo.com. And that's all I'd like to say. I'm just some guy named Jay, and this has been Relationship War Stories. You're now listening to Relationship War Stories, and I'm your host, just some guy named Jay. And in this installment of Relationship War Stories, what I want to talk about is
No, it's almost done.
What you mean the food ain't ready? What are these damn lights on? Turn them off.
Okay, but I can't see to cook.
Oh, you trying to be funny? I I pay too much for you using all these damn mics. Matter of fact, I told you I having all these damn mics on.
Yeah. Know you're looking for a better day. I know you're looking for a better day. Truth be told, you ain't never have to really stay. Seemed like just yesterday, you was on the front porch living how this man made you feel. And now there's bruises on your arms. Eyes spout black, not a soul in this world to clear the storm. Looking at the sky and the clouds. Still praying cause the holes in the walls of your house. The neighbor didn't understand, they only heard the cries. Mama would help, but you couldn't say goodbye. It don't matter and you swear to God it's nothing. The glass shattered and the doctor said concussion. Color girls, white girls, light girls, dark girls, looking for some hope in the same world. Yeah, it's like a seat up on the bike. Eventually the ride gets smoother. Your eyes no lose, but not until you lose that loser. If you don't do it for me, do it for yourself. If you don't do it for yourself, do it for the kids. You gave it all when there's nothing left. Nothing left.
Hey, I know you're looking for a better day. 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 I know you're looking for a better day.
She didn't know what it was. The blood on the floor had her scared. She was only 16. Yeah, daddy's little girl, but daddy's only concern was that calculated cream. A big name on the basketball team. Had dreams of making it all, a star in the league. When the stars align, one party, one time, one night, at a drop of a dime, her whole world changed. I know her friends didn't care, the love got lost in the middle of the air. 3 months passed, her mama called her name. The blood was on the wall, she was wiping down the shame. But it's okay, it's okay. A better day coming, gotta keep on straight. If you don't do it for me, gotta do it for yourself. You don't do it for yourself, do it for the future.
Hey, I know you're looking for a better day. 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 Today is like the last day you ever have to feel that pain. Take a look in the mirror, take a look in your eyes, and you never have to feel ashamed. The world's yours if you want it. It's your life, you gotta own it. Do whatever you gotta do. A better day is coming to you.
And if you want welfare, it's all good. And if you wanna go to school, then I think you should. Women are smarter, stronger than the world, strongest man, so I believe that you can. Ain't a good girl, had a long day. 9 to 5, and you know tomorrow the same thing. There's day coming, know the same old song. And if you feel what I'm saying, you can now sing along like.
Hey, I know you're looking for a better day. 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 I know you're looking for a better day.
Good girl living had a long old day, and tomorrow it's the same old day. I know you're tired, and the truth is a better day coming, and you can't wait to see that change. Hey, yeah, I know you're looking for a better day. Hey, I know you're looking for a better day. Hey, I know you're looking for a better day. Yeah, I know you're looking for a better day. Yeah, I know you're looking for a better day. I know you're looking for a better day. I know you're looking for a better day. Hey, I know you're looking for a better day. Hey, I know you're looking for a better day. Hey, I know you're looking for a better day.
You're now listening to Relationship War Stories, and I'm your host, just some guy named Jay. And in this installment of Relationship War Stories, what I want to talk about is, letting your good ones go. And I was inspired to do this particular podcast from the song by Mr. Boom Boom Bang called Good Ones. And I'm going to put the link in the information box below. The name of the song again is Good Ones, and it's on his current mixtape. The mixtape is called The Rebuild. I'm going to put those links in the information box below. Now, and basically what the song is about is, kind of letting your good ones go. Have you ever been, in a relationship? Not even a relationship, just, dating a woman or even, have a little sex buddy, a little F buddy that you're no longer with, that and sometimes you don't really appreciate what you had until you meet, future people who don't really live up to those past experiences. And sometimes you think back like, oh my God, I didn't appreciate that person the way I should have, or oh my God, I had some of the best memories with this person, or even with like a little F buddy, little cut buddy that you had, some good, that was some good stuff. And then you kind of would somebody that you this maybe not as good in the sack as some of the previous experiences you've had, but you still like that person all the same. Basically, feel free to talk about it. Post your comments in the comment box below, or make a video response. Or if you want to, we could talk about it on this show. You could be a guest. You can reach out to me at podcastondemand@yahoo.com. I'm going to put that email in the information box as well if you want to talk to me directly. Basically, the theme of this one is letting your good ones go. Just oh my God, that person, I miss that person now. We got into an argument or we got into something, and it didn't work out, and now I'm thinking, damn, that. I messed up, or I missed that person. Well, sometimes your good ones, I guess, resurface. You guys break up or something, or you kind of move on to other people, and then these days, in this era, these things don't really last that long, and then a year later you'll see them again on Facebook or something like that, and you guys are kind of bringing back some old stuff. So definitely reach out to me if you want to talk about some of those good ones that you let go. And you could be a guest or just post your comments. And also check out the song Good Ones, which is a single from the mixtape, The Rebuild, from Mr. Boom Boom Bang. And those links will be in the information box too. Alright, that's all I'd like to say. I'm just some guy named Jay, and this is Relationship War Stories.
Here's a question for you. If every U.S. home replaced one light bulb with a compact fluorescent bulb, the energy saved could light how many homes? 1 million? 2 million? 3 million? The answer is 3 million homes. By 2030, investments in energy efficiency can help Americans save $300 billion each year. Take the energy quiz. Energy lives here.
You're now listening to Relationship War Stories, and I'm your host, just some guy named Jay. And in this installment of Relationship War Stories, I just want to talk about, are there some things in your relationship or any past relationships that you just wish that you could just rewind? And when I mean by rewind, how back on old VHS tapes and old cassette tapes, if there was a part that you missed or a part that you really, really liked and wanted to hear again, you press the rewind button so you could hear it again or see that scene again. Are there any particular scenes in any of your past relationships that you just wish you could just rewind over and over and over and over again, even if it was something bad, that you learned something from, a sad moment, a learning experience, or something that was just very good, some hot, some hot sex or something that you could just wish that you could just, that point that you can just rewind over and over again. Just, oh my God, I just got to rewind this again. I got to see that part again. And if so, feel free to post your comments in the comment section below. And if you think you have an interesting story you want to share with us, just reach out to me at podcastondemand@yahoo.com. I'm also going to put that email address in the information box below as well, and you could be a guest on this show. I'd like to talk to you about it. Share and talk about those rewind moments. Also, speaking of the word rewind, Ike Ellis has a new project out called Please Rewind. It's also available on iTunes. I'm going to put the iTunes link in the information box below so you can check that out. Ike Ellis is a North Carolina-based rapper, and in his project Please Rewind has 12 hot tracks. And you should definitely listen to it. He has a single on it called Good. And the video to the single is on the sidebar of his promotional webpage, IkeEllisNews.blogspot.com, and definitely check that out too. So let's talk about some rewind moments. Feel free to hit me up, or you can send me a private message on YouTube as well, and we can get that started. All right, and that's all I'd like to say. I'm just some guy named Jay, and you've been listening to Relationship War Stories. You're now listening to Relationship War Stories, and I'm your host, just some guy named Jay. And in this installment of Relationship War Stories, I want to talk about, I just want to get your opinion on something. And feel free to post your opinion in the comments section, or if you want to be a guest on the show, you can email me at podcastondemand@yahoo.com. I want to put that email address in the information box below as well. Now, I was listening to this song by Rhyme Scheme. Rhyme Scheme is a West Coast indie-based hip-hop recording artist, and the name of his song is called Can't Stop, and it'll be on his forthcoming All Black album. I'm going to put the link to the song, for you, so you guys can check it out too. And I'm going to put his promotional website up there too, so you can check him out. Check out more things by him. But I was listening to the hook of the song, and the song, he has a female, R&B singer on the hook saying, "Ain't no stop." Now I can't sing, especially not as well as she can. But she's saying, "Ain't no stopping what I do. It's just me. It's just me." And I just started thinking, what are some things that you're just not going to stop doing? Because a lot, when you get into a relationship and you start getting serious, sometimes your partner or who you're with would like you to stop doing certain things because it's not about you anymore. It starts to become about you guys as a couple. What are some things that you're just not going to compromise with? And I don't feel that you should, because I'm stubborn like that too. There's some things that I'm just not going to stop. I don't care who I'm with, who I'm not with, what happens. I don't care if you don't like it. There's the door. I just want to get your opinion. What are some things that you're just not going to stop doing? And also too, what are some things that when you got into a relationship, maybe your girlfriend or your boyfriend, wanted you to say, well, I don't, you got to stop doing that now that we're together, and you're like, nah, forget that. Well, I just want to get your opinion. What are some things that you would not stop? Ain't no stopping what you do. It's just me. It's just me. What are some things that are just you, and you're just not gonna stop? Because, like I said in one of the previous podcasts, if you got to do too much compromising, you're with the wrong person. You know what I'm saying? If you gotta do too much give and take compromise, I feel that forget that. So what are some things that you're just not gonna compromise on? Feel free to put that in the comment section below. Or if you want to be a guest on the show, to talk about some things that you're just not going to give up, some things that you're just not going to change, feel free to hit me up on podcastondemand@yahoo.com. And And there we go. Also listen to the song too. All right, it's by Rhyme Scheme. It's called Rhyme Scheme, and it's called Can't Stop. All right, and that's all I like to say. I'm just some guy named Jay, and you've been listening to Relationship War Stories. If you have a dog. With better breath, you need to watch this video to the end.
We invented a product called AuraPop.
You're now listening to Relationship War Stories, and I'm your host, just some guy named Jay. And in this installment of Relationship War Stories, I want to get your opinion again on another topic. This time I want to get your opinion on the word love. What does it mean? You know, everybody has their own definition of it. Their own interpretation of it. Love is, even though it has a definition in the dictionary, there's many kind of ways, to define it. It's not really a tangible thing. It's an odorless, has no visual. It's just a non. It's something that's intangible but not tangible. It's more of a concept or I guess maybe a feeling, but it's not really describable. What exactly is love? And then there's different degrees of love. The same love that you have for an object, or the same love that you have for something like a hobby or something that you're passionate about, is different from the same kind of love you'd have for maybe a pet, or maybe family members. And the same kind of love you'd have for family members is not the same kind of love you'd have with somebody that you're in a relationship with, or the same kind of love you'd have for maybe a sibling or something like that. It's just different kind of loves out there. But I want to get your opinion on what is love, and more specifically, what is love on when it comes to the relationship type love. When you're in a relationship with somebody, and feelings grow, and then blah blah blah, and then you become you begin to love this person. But what I want to say, I don't want to sound cynical or anything like that. I don't want to sound negative, but I do want to say this. When it comes to those kind of loves, when it comes to relationships, I think that really, like I said, I might sound cynical, but I think what it really is you start growing some type of infatuation for somebody that you lust after. I think that's what it is, because if you think about it, if you think that love is just something that just happens, and it's just always just that you just fall in love. I don't think it's something that just happens, because you can kind of control who you can and can't fall in love with. Do you think you'd ever fall in love with something? If love is just something that just happens and that you can't control, do you think you ever fall in love with somebody that's just not your type? If you're a guy and you're not into 500-pound women, do you think that just being around her and just getting to know her, you're just gonna start falling in love with her? I don't think so. You might like the person, but I really think that people only, when it comes to that falling in love, I think that it really what it boils down, what it all comes down to, and like I said, if you think I'm wrong, post your opinion, is that you just start growing strong feelings for somebody that you lust after. That's it. You like the person. You really it's some great sex or some great and then you start really caring for the person, really, the same thing with women. I think, they fall head over heels. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's one of these things that just happens. You do. I just feel that you just start growing feelings for somebody that you're just very attracted to, or just have so much. You know what I'm saying. I already said it. But you know what? If you think I'm wrong, and hey, I know a lot of you will disagree. Definitely feel free to post your comments in the comment section below, or make a video response. Feel free to say, hey, just some guy named Jay, you're wrong. I fell in love with somebody who was totally not even my type, wasn't even interested in this person, and then I just got to know them, and then just being around them for so long, I just grew feelings. But I don't think it happens like that. I think those type of things only happen in romantic comedies, and in your fantasies, and in and in the minds of people who are just overly optimistic. I think that type of love, this airy fairy, mystical, magical love, is I don't think it's a real thing like that. But like I said, let's have the conversation. Feel free to post your comments in the comment section below, or if you would like to be a guest on this show, you can reach out to me at podcastondemand@yahoo.com, and we can set something up. Also, too, speaking of the word love, I want you to check out this song. It's called 4 Letters from Rhyme Scheme. Rhyme Scheme is a West Coast-based hip-hop recording artist, and the 4 letters he's talking about in the song is L-O-V-E, love. And I'm going to put that link in the information box below, and I'm also going to put a promotional blog there too, so you can check out the rest of his songs. But definitely check out that link, and and he pretty much defines love for himself. Listeners, I want you to do the same. All right, that's all I'd like to say in this installment of Relationship War Stories. Again, I'm just some guy named Jay, and hit me up. Will it be okay? This is
experience got me feeling like my pain was so deliberate. On this track when I think about my days in life, my days in time, yes, I gotta live it right. 4 letters of love, 4 letters of lust, 4 letters of stuff, but love is never enough. Out of my mind when I'm spitting this, feeling like I'm giving it up, cause I never live life, cause I never love life. Love this, love her, love me, I love you. Understand what we're going through is what love do. It's strain, it's pain, it's hurt, it's work. I don't understand, I'm feeling like I'm hurt. Trying to rise above this madness, feeling like my life was good, but it's all sad until gravity defined us. Mother Nature saved us, but love is what betrays us and changes the strangers. 4 letters of love. 4 4 letters of love. Have you ever been in love and had that good feeling? Everybody understand what that good feel is. Living life like we in our last days. We on our own mission, we on our own way. So I guess I'll spend some time, but I guess I like your mind. But I guess I try to define my life inside of lies. I guess I try to trust that one and trust her too. I guess the other one love me, but I don't love her too. Why just look up in their eyes and tell them all lies and let them know I'm holding my love for you in disguise. My pain and my thoughts, matter of fact my pain is so real. So when I vividly think about it, these words are just kill. Feeling like I'm in prison, my emotions are trapped inside the glass box, cause the feeling is back. But until gravity defines us, Mother Nature saves us. But love is what portrays us and changes us to strangers. 4 letters of love. 4 letters of love. Yo, these 4 letters that deceived my heart. Thought I was loving you, baby, but I love me from the start. Because my love will never fade away from myself. It's self-preservation, got me feeling like slavery, those reparations. Trying to break out of this box, escape from your life, escape from all the pain that you give me in the sacrifice. Only risking it all, just to be by your side. Feeling like the suicide bombers when them planes to collide. But I just do what I do to just to make it today. Survival is taxes is bad, cause your love with it straight. I guess some 4 letters of heaven can feel like you days. The same mission for this money when trying to get paid by the slave. Cause every time I run into you, I'm running right back, baby, cause that's what loving would do. But until gravity defined us, Mother Nature saved us. But love is what betrays us and changes us to strangers. Letters of love. 4 letters of love. 4 letters of love. 4 letters of love.
You're now listening to Relationship War Stories, and I'm your host, just some guy named Jay. And in this installment of Relationship War Stories, I want to talk about some things that you just, there's something that your partner or whoever you hook up with just has to get down with. And if they don't, you're just not messing with them. You know, when you're out there selecting someone, or you're dating, or you're just, you know, some things that, you know, I'm not saying a big laundry list of things, not a big grocery list of commands and demands that you expect the other person to live up to, but just something that maybe one thing, maybe one big thing, like they just, you know, I'm not messing with this person if they're not blank, or if they don't do this, or if they don't do that. Just something that you just do or die on. You just either you're with it or you're not. And if you're not, I'm not messing with you. What are some of those things for you? It could be something like, it could be something sexual. It could be something like a fetish. Like this woman has to be able to tickle me with a pink feather, and if she doesn't do that, if she doesn't tickle me with that pink feather, I'm out. I don't care how good she is. I don't care what, you know, some things like that. Or you know, she has to have nice hands. If she doesn't have nice hands, I'm gone. You know, or women, you know, he has to make, you know, for women, you know, the man has to make 6 figures. If he doesn't make 6 figures, I ain't with it. Or he has to be 6'5" and above. If he's not taller than 6'5", I'm not talking to him. You know, what are some things that just do or die? Like, you just have to be, you know, it either has to be this, or you're just not gonna, it's just not going down. I don't care how shallow it is. I don't care how narrow-minded it is, because we're all a little shallow and narrow-minded and superficial. You know, I mean, you know, we're not gonna, you know, I mean, you don't owe anybody a relationship at the end of the day. So you have the, you know, I mean, you can choose whoever you want to choose, even if it's not even if it doesn't make sense. You know, even if it's somebody that's gonna, you know, beat you over the head. which I don't recommend choosing somebody that's gonna knock you out. But if you could say, hey, even though that person is smacking my head, at least they have this. What are those things for you? Feel free to post those things in the comment section below. And if you want to talk about them on this show, you can reach out to me at podcastondemand@yahoo.com. And also speaking of do or die, Rhyme Scheme. West Coast based hip hop recording artist. He has a song called Do or Die, and it's a 6-minute freestyle with a hook. I think the hook is the only thing that's actually written and kind of rehearsed, but the rest of it is just a straight up freestyle. I'm going to put that link in the information box below so you can check it out for yourself. Again, the name of that is Do or Die, and also the name of this particular podcast show episode is called Do or Die 2. What are some do or die things your partner has to be with, or you're just not with them? All right. Feel free to post all those things. And again, I'm just some guy named Jay, and you've been listening to Relationship War Stories.
If you have a dog with bad breath, you need to watch this video to the end.
We invented a product called Orapup, a solution that helps cure dog breath in 1 minute.
Dog bad breath is one of the major concerns of dog owners.
All we can really recommend is to brush their teeth. People don't do it because their dogs don't like it.
Even when they let you brush their teeth, it won't solve the problem. Studies show that 90% of bad breath in humans comes from the tongue.
I'm Dr. Bob. 10 years ago I invented OraBrush, a tongue cleaner that helps cure bad breath. After people started using the OraBrush for themselves, they requested that we create an OraBrush for their dog.
OraBrush, you need to make one for dogs now. That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Well, how do you get a dog to let you clean its tongue? You don't. You let the dog do it.
Having a system where the dog will clean its own tongue is very beneficial to both the owner and to the dog.
It's not a chore, it's more like a treat.
Ultra soft pointed bristles clean deep into the uneven crevices of your dog's tongue, loosening stinky bacteria. These bristles are designed after the surgeon's scrub brush, the same special bristles surgeons use to clean bacteria from their hands before they cut you open. 4 inline scrapers collect and remove the bacteria and residue generated from brushing, helping cure bad breath. We tried loads of different handles until we had the perfect handle. It enables the dog to lick the Orapup in the vertical position, where the dog will extend the full length of their tongue. When we clean our own tongues, we pull the bad breath-causing gunk out of our mouth and then spit out the residue. Dogs don't spit, so Dr. Bob spent 7 months researching a flavor and consistency that dogs love and is completely edible and healthy.
The flavoring also includes an anti-plaque product as well as an enzyme preparation for better oral health.
The ingredients are all FDA approved and food grade, even for humans.
You like how it tastes like gravy.
See what you like it?
We originally offered the Orapup for pre-order, and the response was incredible.
We had over $700,000 in pre-orders. That's about 18 times our original goal.
We're in full production in our facility in Utah and ready to ship today.
Orapup is available to order exclusively at orapup.com. Click here, and when you order an Orapup for your dog, we'll throw in a couple free OraBrush human tongue cleaners as well. So hurry, because the first 500 orders get an early bird special. Before you know it, everyone and their dog will have one.
You're now listening to Relationship War Stories, the number one podcast about dating and relationships and things like that. And I'm your host, just some guy named Jay. And in this installment of Relationship War Stories, basically what I want to talk about, the discussion that I want to bring up, the discussion topic I want to bring up is, it's a question that a lot of people ask. It's a common question. How many dates should you let go by? Or when do you think you need to be starting having sex with this person? When should, how many dates before you do what you're going to do? And I'm going to weigh in on this. I'm going to give my opinion. But before I do that, I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Boom Boom Bang. Mr. Boom Boom Bang is an Atlanta, Georgia-based rapper / producer / songwriter. And he has a hot single out by the name of Don't Trust Nobody. and it's featured on his mixtape called the Rebuild Mixtape. And I'm going to put the links in the information box below so you can check it out for yourself and check out the single. And the reason Mr. Boom Boom Bang got his name, and because what he's been saying in interviews and things like that, is that he's got his name, Mr. Boom Boom Bang, because he has a reputation for boom boom banging the ladies. So let me segue into the topic. I want to ask, how many dates should go by before you boom boom bang? Just post your opinion, post your comments. When is too soon? When is too late? Should it be a certain amount of days? Should it be a certain amount of weeks? This is my opinion. This is my honest opinion. Call me male chauvinist. Call me whatever you want to call me. I don't care, and I'm gonna give you my opinion. I'm gonna defend it to the death. I think you should smash. You should boom boom bang in 3 dates or less. Yes, I said less. If you boom boom bang on the first night, that's even better. You need to, and I'm talking to the men here, all right? I'm not talking, I'm talking to whatever you want to say amongst yourselves, women. That's fine, but I think panties need to be coming off before or on the 3rd date, and I'm gonna break it down, all right? Now, I know a lot of people say, well, I want to get to know somebody, and I just want to feel the person, I just want to get to know them better before we start doing things like that. And I know you fellas are saying this, especially there's a lot of fellas out there saying this, But what I want to say is this: if you have not boom boom banged, and I say within the 3 dates, I just think the chemistry is just not there. You don't want to boom boom bang somebody. You don't want to get into a relationship with somebody who doesn't find you who has to learn to like you, or the requisite chemistry is not there. If you're on the 10th date and you guys aren't even talking about boom boom banging, And another thing I'd like to say is there's a lot of women out there, and these are even good women. These are even church girls that do things like this. Don't think these are street girls and things like this. There's good women out there who will let you take them out on dates, let you spend your money on them, let you take them to the movies, let you take them to the dinners and dates and breakfast and brunch and all that other crap, and go to the movies and in this society, it's some kind of unspoken thing. The man is supposed to always pay. It's the man's duty. The man pay. You got to pay. Blah 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 blah. And I'm gonna talk about that stuff too in future podcasts. But first things first. These guys are women know this, and everybody knows this, that it's just some kind of unspoken thing that the man is supposed to pay, and this and that. A lot of the times, a lot of women will go out on dates with guys just so they can get free meals, just so they can have do some activities with some nice chump who will spend his money up and take her places, and take her out to eat, and take her to these fancy places, and she'll just eat his stuff up, and then let 10 dates go by and say, hey, I just want to be friends. At least I say by the 3rd date, fellas, if you spent your money and took her out on 3 dates, and she's not going to give you any after the 3rd date, I think you need to stop dating her. But if you still like her and you still want to see her, I think you need to see her without a date. I think everything after the 3rd date and you guys haven't had sex yet, or haven't boom boom bang yet, I think what you need to do is the next dates need to be in the park, or it needs to be it needs to be on the couch, or it needs to be on the porch. That's where the next dates need to be. Stop spending your money. Stop spending your money on women who just want free meals, just want attention, and won't put out and won't give you what you want. And don't think that women don't want to get boom boom bang. They just don't want to get boom boom bang by you. Because come on, let's face it, guys. You know the thing was, nice guys finish last and all the stuff like that. You will be taking this woman out on 50 billion dates, and she won't think nothing of you, and she'll be lusting after the guy who won't take her on no dates, and he'll boom boom bang her on the first night. So stop all this foolishness. I believe that you got. I stand by it. if you have not had sex with her, if you have not boom boom banged, before the third date, I think all the other dates should be non-spending money dates. You feel me? If you insist on keeping in touch with this woman, because I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. If a woman really likes you, forget dating. She'll drink a beer with you on the porch. If a woman is really feeling you, she'll fry up some chicken wings and sit on the couch with you and watch a DVD. It's not that serious. If the woman doesn't boom boom, if you don't boom boom bang after the third date, and you cut the dates off, and she no longer wants to see you, then that tells you right there she wasn't really interested in you. She's just interested in how much money you're going to spend on her, or what you're going to do for her, what you're going to, She wasn't feeling you anyway, So I mean, and I know a lot of you are going to disagree. And this podcast that I did was kind of off the cuff. I usually write notes and have more organized thoughts when I'm doing these podcasts, but sometimes I just kind of do it off the cuff, and I kind of, I'm all over the place. And I feel like this podcast was one of those podcasts where I just kind of went off the cuff and said what I wanted to say. But I'm going to have a more detailed explanation of why I'm saying this in a future podcast. So stay tuned. For all of you that's going to disagree. But for right now, I want you to post your comments in the information box. That's what I'm posting. You all post in the comments section and say, hey, it's just some guy named Jay. I disagree with you, and this is why. Or, Jay, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I agree with you wholeheartedly. So definitely post your opinions. And this is not anything, I'm not dissing women. I don't, dislike women or anything like that. Don't think that it is one of these arguments where I'm saying, hey, you need to go in there, boom, boom, bang her and get you and say F her. No, I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is, fellas, I'm looking out for you all. Don't get used. There's a lot of women out there that I know some smart, elite person going to say, this probably happened to you, just some guy named Jay. And you're right, it has, but I'm saying this has happened to a lot of guys. I'm saying there's a Poindexter or a nice guy, some wimpy guy or something. I'm not calling myself a wimp or a Poindexter, or I may be a Poindexter, but there's some guys that actually have experienced this, where you've been on multiple dates with a woman, and and you want to move things along, and she's like, oh no, I gotta get to know you more. And I'm like, how many free meals do you need to get to know me? So then you say, well, hey, no more free meals. Just come over to the house. Let's look at a DVD. Well, I don't want to do that. Well, you didn't want to get to know her. She didn't want to get to know you. So I'm not mad. I'm not I'm not, like I said, it's not a diss. I'm just giving my opinion, and I stand by it. And when I say 3 dates, I mean 3 dates. I didn't mean 3 days. I didn't mean 3 weeks. Even if the 3 dates go past this so-called Steve Harvey 90-day rule thing, that's cool too. Just as long as the 3rd date leads back to the bedroom, that solidifies it. After you done that, after you boom boom bang, it goes from we're just talking to, okay, we're something. It could be boom boom bang buddies, or a relationship, or whatever. You just but all I'm saying is, just don't be a woman's big friend. Don't end up in the friend zone. Don't end up being some, I'm telling you, just don't do it. Don't do it. Give her 3 dates. If 3 strikes, you're out. All right. If she's not boom boom banging you, and a lot of women say, well, if I give it up on the first night, I'm a smut. I'm a slut if I give it up on the first night. Well, listen, you're saying that to the regular. Actually, women are lying when they say that, because if Brad Pitt came into town, or some big time rapper, or some big time film director or something like that came into town, had throwing his money around, some basketball player, and she met Kobe Bryant for one night. She would have sex with him on that night. She'd boom boom bang him on the first night. You think I'm right or you think I'm wrong? If a woman says, well, no, you gotta take me on 3 dates, or you gotta take me on 4 dates, before I boom boom bang, then that rule needs to apply to the rock stars too. You need to tell the rock star that too. Bill Gates, I know you have a lot of money. Well, Mark Zuckerberg, I know you're a billionaire and everything, but you know what? We gotta go on a few more dates. I don't know you like that. No, you need to tell Mark Zuckerberg with all his money that too. Warren Buffett, no. We need to go on 5 dates, 6, 7 dates first. I don't know you like that. I don't know you. No, that's not how they're gonna. No, Jay-Z. You know. So yeah, that's just my opinion. You know, post your opinions too. And like I said, you know what? Even though these are my rules, and I'm not saying that you guys have to live by that. If you want to take a woman on 9 dates just so she can say let's be friends, that's your business. You know, do what you want. I'm just saying that's not what I'm doing. All right. And women, if you say, hey, I'm not giving it up for the guy, that's your business. You know. Hey, there's billions of people on the planet. Who cares, you know? But seriously, post your opinions. You know, pass it along to your friends. And also listen to Mr. Boom Boom Bang. Listen to his single, Don't Trust Nobody. And, you know, and that's all I like to say about this topic for now. I'm coming back to it. Because I feel like I didn't give an educated real breakdown of this concept of you know, you should, you know. But what are your opinions? What do you think is the appropriate amount of dates you should go on before you boom boom bang? All right. Again, I'm just some guy named Jay. This has been Relationship War Stories, and take care. You're now listening to Relationship War Stories, and I'm your host, just some guy named Jay. And in this installment of Relationship War Stories, I want to talk about going out on a date with somebody and they answer their cell phone. And I don't mean to answer it for an emergency or anything like that, but well, you know, I'm going to get into that. But before I really get into our topic for today, I just want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to ACM Records. ACM Records is a large independent record company with hundreds of artists signed to their label from all genres of music, from rap, R&B, reggae, Christian music, salsa, folk, country music, industrial metal, rock, punk, ska. Whatever you're looking for, they have it. And I definitely want to put out the bold statement by saying that each and every artist signed to the label is very talented. You know, yeah, they are. You know, just listen to it. I'm going to put the links in the information box below so you can listen to it for yourself. And I'm also going to shout it out, acmrecords.com. And you can also check out their official promo blog at acmrecordsblog.blogspot.com. And those links are in the information box below. Also, if you're interested in joining the street team, ACM Records is looking for individuals to join the street team. And if you're looking for, you know, more experience, something to put on a resume, or just get some, you know, some firsthand experience being in the music industry, this is a good way to kind of get that experience and get your foot in the door if you want to ever, you know, be a part of the music industry yourself, or you want to be on the behind the scenes suit executive administrative part of it. You know, it's definitely a good way to start it out, you know. And I'm going to put those forms in the information box below as well, so if you're interested in that. But let's get on to the topic, all right? Now, if you've been listening to Relationship War Stories, basically this podcast is me, just some guy named Jay, giving relationship advice and dating advice to you all. And I'm not an expert, but then again, who is? This is one of those things that you just experience and you live and you learn. But since relationships and dating is a hot button podcast topic that a lot of people seem to click on and really listen to, I'm gonna throw my hat in the ring and give my own advice using my own perspective. You know, I'm just an a-hole with an opinion, and I'm just gonna have an entertaining way to convey my message when it comes to things like this. In today's topic, I want to talk about if you're going out on a date with somebody. I'm going to keep it short to the point. If you're going out on a date with somebody and that person answers their cell phone, date over. Alright? Now I know you're thinking that's harsh. What if their mom's calling? What if, what if it's the death in the family or something sick, or or what if you're on a date and a child got hurt, something like that? You can't blah 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 blah. What if it's their job and they have to come in or something like that? No. I'm not. I guess you got to play it by ear. There's certain things you make and let go. But I mean, come on. I mean, how convenient is it you going out on a date with somebody and then it just so happens your phone is ringing off the hook? You know what I'm saying? Hold on, I'm outside recording this and it's a big beef circling around me, distracting me. Okay, there you go. Now I have nothing to kill it with. Okay. All right, let me get to this podcast. Yeah. I want to say, you know what? Especially guys, since guys have been trained like trained seals to pay for the dates. We've been brainwashed to say, hey, you're the man, you pay no matter what. Blah blah blah. You pay. You're the gentleman. Be a gentleman and pay. And I want to say this: if you're paying, she's on your time. She's on your clock. So if she answers her cell phone and she's talking to the person on the cell phone more than she's talking to you, date over and don't even pay for it. Pay for you and tell her to figure it out and keep it moving, because I believe that is rude. You don't answer your cell phone. You don't text anybody on the table while you're dating. While you're on a date. That's that guy's time with you. I don't care if you're not interested in him. I don't care if it's Poindexter and you're like, I just want him to take me out, and he's a cute guy. I mean, he's a nice guy, and I'm just going to take advantage of him so he can just take me out and get me some shrimp and lobster or whatever. And I'm going to be texting the guy that I'm going to F later under the table because I'm definitely not going home with Poindexter. Stop that. And Poindexter, if you see her doing that, you say check please and get up out of there. You cut it off. Maybe give her a warning. Hey, excuse me, could you put that away? And Poindexter, grow a spine, man. Definitely put your foot down and say, hey, don't do that. You're on a date with me. You're not on a date with whoever you're texting under the table. You're not on a date with whoever just called you. You're on a date with me. So no. Definitely have a zero tolerance policy for that. Not saying that it happened to me. I'm just saying that I'm just thinking of podcast topics basically. Saying anything I think of, I'm going to address it in the podcast. And this is one of the things that crossed my mind. Because you think about one thing and then that thought leads to another thing and that thought leads to another thing. I never thought about this. Hey, this is something I can talk about on relationship war stories. And I'm definitely, and somebody probably out there, saying, hey, this is a good idea. This is good advice, because I would have just let her talk and walk all over me. But you can't do that. You can't do that. And for women, same thing for a guy. He's on a, you go out on a date and he's on his cell phone talking to his buddies or, talking to another woman. Hey, put that away. When you're on a date, no cell phones. All right. I don't even go to the bathroom. Excuse me, let me go to the bathroom. None of that. I mean, unless you really have to go to the bathroom or something like that. No, excuse me, let me go to the bathroom, and then you talk to somebody else on the phone. Because my thing is this: if you need to talk to somebody else while you're on a date with somebody else, then you need to be on a date with that person. I don't care if it's your family member. Well, I'm just talking to my aunt. Well, you and your aunt need to go out on a date. Ma'am, you need to take your spinster aunt, and you, ma'am, go on a date with her. But that's my aunt. Somebody might think we dykes. Well, I think worse things about you because you're answering your phone during this date. So don't do it. Women, don't be texting under the table. Don't be looking at stuff on your iPhone and looking up things and Facebooking people. And I remember what made me think of this. They have this website called Tagged, and I was on Tagged, and because it's another time waster. It's not nothing I recommend. But this woman on here was giving everybody a play-by-play of her date with this guy. She was just updating her status, saying, "Oh my God, this guy's lame. Oh my God, this guy's so boring. Oh my God. And I know a lot of you guys are thinking, well, isn't that the guy's fault? Maybe you should be more interesting. No. F that. She should not be updating her status on her phone, talking junk about this guy who was taking her out. If you feel like that about the guy that you're with, you need to cancel the date yourself. Get up and date one of us. since you're telling us about him. But no, I wouldn't want to go out on a date with a woman like that. You sitting there texting and updating your Facebook status and tweeting about your horrible dating experience. And really, it's not even a horrible experience. It's just a guy that you think is boring. Well, hey, enjoy your free meal, ma'am. Well, yeah, that's pretty much all I like to say about that. You guys get the point. You guys aren't that stupid. Even the ones that send me the hate mail, yeah, that's stupid. You see somebody pulling out their cell phone and and they doing something. Hey, I'm just updating my status. You say, hey, what's your update? No, I can't let you see it. Well, then you don't see the rest of this date. Take care. The end. You need to do it. You need to put your foot down and say no. Say no to people pulling out their cell phones on dates. All right. Also, I want to say before I wrap this up, check out the music on ACM Records. I'm gonna put the links in the information box below. Check them out. And again, I'm just some guy named Jay, and you've been listening to Relationship War Stories.
I love Bob's Live. I said, yo, can you kick it? Yes, I can. I love Vibes Live. So do I.
This fucking guy. Yeah.